Alright, we're back. So I just cleaned the bearings off so there's no grit or dirt on them. I like to have them nice and clean before I lube them up. I cleaned the sleeve off also. It'll work. Here's our axle space, we'll put it back in the baggie. And I can sell it to someone else as being an 830 and it'll be a 790. That'll confuse the hell out of them. Keep that off the side. Okay. Now we gotta grease this thing up and make a mess. And we gotta put our two seals in also. Okay, where is my grease? Where did I put the grease? Well, last week I had some grease that I thought. Since then I moved some stuff around like my toolbox. Bunch of other crap. So where did the grease go to? There's the big tub of it right there, but got a little small container of it somewhere. Things are still missing. Probably not a big mountain of crap over there on the shelf unit. Unless I put it up here someplace, which is always possible. It's not grease. There's chemicals up there. Probably no grease though. Yeah, I don't see no grease. Yeah, no grease there either. Alright, we hid the grease from ourselves. That means we're going to have to use the nasty ass stuff. The big tub of it. Alright. We're assuming there's actually grease in here though. See, we could be wrong. It might be full of Harley parts. You never know. Okay, this is a generic blue grease. It's not the high performance racing stuff, but it's good. It's good enough for who it's for. That'd be me too on my bike. This is all packed up for moving. Thank God you're undamaged. It's a good sign. Alright, let's see what we got in here. Should be a bunch of blue grease. Feels greasy. Ooh. It's not blue, this is Kindle grease. This actually is Kindle grease. So that means this is Dad's grease. So it's good for cars, but I don't know about bikes. I don't want to use it on a bike if I can avoid it. Let me see if I can find some good grease. Alright, we're gonna go on a big grease hunt. We'll see how long it takes. It's 12:15 right now. We'll be back. Alright, we're back. So it's 12:30 now. So I found the Travidine grease right there. But we're not going to use that. That's too damn expensive. I don't use that for racing or really high performance stuff. So this, I went upstairs and I got a brand new bottle of, or tub of this Bell Ray stuff. So that's pretty damn good grease. So somewhere I got a tub I just opened up, but can't find it, so we'll just charge a customer accordingly. He'll be happy. It's better than that crappy old car grease. So this is green grease. Brand new. Alright, I don't know where my grease packer is either, so we're going to have to pack the grease, pack the bearings the old-fashioned way also, which means we're going to get dirty. So the first thing you do is you put some goop inside the bearings here. Just put a nice thin layer in there. Don't need to put half a tub of grease in there like everybody thinks you do. A little bit does go a long ways, especially when you're on good grease. Okay, so now you take a big wad of it that resembles this. You stick in your hand right here, your bearing packer tool. Everybody's got one. Like that. And you take your bearing, you pack it in there. So you stuff it in here between the rollers and it comes out the other end. You know it's fully lubed. So you just go a little bit like this. Just pack it in. So when it comes up the other side, you know you got a lot in there. It's starting to come up a little bit on the other side. Mainly it's coming up through the center. You can definitely see it coming up between right now. So you move it over a little bit further. Do it some more. If you get lazy and don't go all the way up, then it won't be fully packed. Doesn't have to be, it'll spread around, but it's always good to get it in there as far as you can anyway. See how it's coming up the other side right there. Keep going around the circle as you go. Put the excess back in your finger again. Where did I leave off? Yeah, looks like you got it all the way around. I go around and make sure it is in there all the way. You do them on the outside edges. Just down that little excess there in my hand. Did I say this is a messy job? Clean out the center hole unless you want the axle completely covering this stuff. And the light went off. Yeah, Pinky did it because everything else is dirty. Okay, so I get that all cleaned out. So then I take this and I stuff it in the hole. Looks like I got a little light right there for some reason. Probably because my finger ate it all up. And just take that stuff in the hole. Just like that. And I take a little bit of it, put a layer right across the bearings. Alright, that way the bearings are completely covered with grease. That doesn't really do much, but it makes me feel better to know it's in there. When it actually rotates, that layer will probably just stay right there, but if nothing else, it's a barrier block that keeps the moisture out and dirt out. Whatever gets by the seal, it has to go through that grease before it gets to the bearing. If you didn't put that layer in there, then it could go right into the bearing. Excuse me. So I just kind of automatically do that. Okay, let's see. At this point, I need to clean my fingers off a little bit. That means I gotta clean them. Where'd my dirty rag go? Dirty rag left over from honing. They're still dirty, but not super dirty. Okay, now I take the seal and I knock it into the hole. So I take the seal and I freshly clean finger. Get it greasy again. I always like putting a little bit of grease inside the seal so it's not dry. Just like that. Stuff it in here. If they're really loose, they slip right on your thumb. This one's a little tighter, so we have to hit it with a hammer. So I brought home my big hammer today. So there we go. And we just knock it down a little bit. This one's popping right back out because I can't get it fully hard on it. So we'll go ahead and get a big one here and give it a whack. Put it in there. And it just popped right back out. Seals aren't staying in the hole like they're supposed to. It's not a good sign when your seal comes out on its own. Nope. Seal's coming out right now on its own. There it goes. See how it popped right out? So, all ball seals suck. There you go. So we will not be using that seal. I'm sure it's a very good seal for somebody, but not for us. So we throw that in a junk bag. Now you get the correct seals, which I found last night. All right, let's go get some seals. We'll be back.